Hi guys, welcome again. Today we'll be looking at partial fraction. So we have here a question. We have to resolve the expression that we have on our screen into partial fraction. Okay, so what we do is first simplify the numerator. Okay, so simplifying the numerator, we'll have 1 on 4 bracket open 7x squared plus 5 plus 13, okay, bracket close. That's for the numerator. Okay, then for the denominator, okay, this is numerator, and for the denominator we have 1 on 4 bracket open x cubed plus x squared plus x plus 2. Okay, so sorry, here should be 2x, okay, plus 2x plus 2. So that's we have. So the factor 1 on 4 cancels 1 on 4. So that means we'll be having a 7x squared plus 5x plus 13 on x cubed plus x squared plus 2x plus 2. So we factorize now the denominator. So let's move to our whiteboard. So we now factorize the denominator here. Okay, so we'll have a 7. So I'm repeating what I have there. 7x squared plus 5x plus 13 on x squared x cubed plus x squared plus 2x plus 2. So this will be equals to, now here, so what you do is, so since the denominator is of a polynomial of 3 degrees, okay, so we pick the constant and find the constant is 2. So pick the constant and find the per factors of the constant 2. Okay, so we have 1 and 2. So we may have the per factors may have 1 and 2, or -1, -2. Okay, as the per factors. So what we do is we just by try and error. So what we do is first pick the 1, but when you pick the 1, okay, you realize that since they are all positive, we are not likely to get a 0 as the remainder. We are not likely to get a 0 remainder. Okay, so for us to get a 0 remainder, we need a negative. So that we need a negative part, so that addition and subtraction we will get us to the 0. Okay, so we pick the -1, and when you substitute -1 into the denominator, okay, into the denominator, you realize that you get a 0. Okay, so that means that for x equals -1, the function, the denominator, tends to 0. So it means that x plus 1 is a factor of the denominator. Okay, so you use the x plus 1 to divide. We use the x plus 1 to divide the to divide the denominator. Okay, so that means that what you have now will be, so let me write again. We have 7x squared plus 5x plus 13. Okay, then bracket open, the factor is x plus 1. Okay, so we use the x plus 1 to divide what we have here. Okay, so we have x cubed as so if you use the x plus 1 to divide the x cubed plus x squared plus 2x, realize that x goes in s cubed how many times? You get x squared times. Okay, s squared times, so we have x squared. That is the easiest way. I'm teaching you the easiest way to look at it rather than going by the synthetic division. So we have now, so we use the x squared to multiply the x, to multiply we use the x squared. Let me use the red pen, okay, to make it. So we use the x squared here to multiply the divisor here that we're using. So x squared times x, you get x cubed. Okay, you get x cubed. So you get x cubed. Then x times 1, you get x squared. So when you subtract, they all go to, this gives you 0. Okay, 0. So you have a 2x plus 2. So you just have to pick the x and find the number of times the x can go into this x here. Okay, the first x here can go into the 2x that we have here. So, and that will be 2. So plus 2. Okay, so this is what you have. So we have let me change back to the red pen, to the blue pen. So we have that. So that means that it means that it means that the factors of the denominator is x plus 1 bracket close bracket open x squared plus 2. Okay, so we realize that the second factor cannot be factorized. Okay, cannot be factorized. Okay, that is because when you have x squared, okay, x squared equals square root of, if you're making it to be equals square root of x squared equals -2. Sorry, you have x squared equals -2. Okay, so finding the square root of -2, finding the square root of -2 to get our x will give us I. So that will be an imaginary number, meaning the number is not real. So if the number is not real, it means it cannot be factorized. Okay, so so that means that, so that is why it's not cannot factorize it. Okay, so we have now, so what you do is we will apply the linear variables. Okay, the linear approach to express it in partial form. So we have 7x squared plus 5x plus 13 on x plus 1 x squared plus 2. Okay, so this will be equals to, so we have used a, the variable a, on, okay, x plus 1. We are expressing it in partial fraction form. So plus, then we have this, the second factor, because it's a quadratic factor. So what we do is we express the numerator in linear form. So we have Bx plus C. on x squared plus 2. We get that? All right, so that means we'll have so multiplying. So we multiply. What you do is we multiply the a. Okay, we multiply the numerator here by the denominator by the denominator of the opposite term. Okay, so this. So we have a times x squared. A times x squared plus 2. Okay, plus then b x plus c. Okay, times the x plus 1. Okay, so with that, what we have what we have now is it's on x plus 1, okay, x squared plus 2. So the denominator now are now the same. So let me write there. We have 7x squared plus 5x plus 13 on x plus 1 x squared plus 2. Okay, so we realize that the denominators are the same. Okay, the denominators here are the same. So if the denominators are the same, that means that we can equate the that means that the numerators were also the same. So we equate the numerators. Okay, so we have now 7x squared plus 5x plus 13 equals a bracket open x squared plus 2 bracket close plus bracket open bx plus c bracket close x plus 1. All right, so what you do is, now we realize that if we are to make, so what we have what we have to do now, when you look at when you look at the equation, realize that if you make this, okay, if you make this here as 0, okay, if you make this as 0, then the whole of this tends to become 0, okay, leaving only this. Okay, so that means that we can, if it leaving only this, so that means that we can find for our a. Okay, so what we do is to make the whole expression, to make this expression 0, we need to substitute x equals -1. All right, so let's substitute x equals -1. So we have, so this means that we have x equals -1. So we have, this implies that 7 -1 square plus 5 times -1 plus 13 equals a bracket open x squared plus 2. Okay, so all this becomes 0. All right, so plus 0. All right, so we have, but we shouldn't forget that here is supposed to be -1 square. Okay, so -1 square. All right, so we have now, this implies that this will give us 7 minus 5 plus 13, okay, equals, this gives us 1 plus 2, so we have 3a. Okay, so 3a, so here we get 20, 15, so we have 15 equals 3a. So that means that our a equals 5. So that is the value for a. So our a equals 5. So we can now use the a to get the b or the c. Okay, so if you make this side, if you make this side 0, you'll be left with bx and c. Okay, bx and c. All right, so let's expand it. Okay, let's expand this expression. Okay, so we expand the expression. So we have this implies that 7x squared plus 5x plus 13 equals ax squared ax squared plus 2a. Okay, so then bx squared plus b. Okay, so plus bx squared plus b. Then we have then cx plus c. Okay, cx plus c. So we have, this implies that bringing like terms together, we have 7x squared plus 5x, okay, plus 13 equals ax squared plus bx squared, okay, plus cx plus 2a plus b plus c. Okay, so that means that by comparison, okay, we can compare. Okay, we now see that 7 equals, okay, we have 7, the 7 here, okay, should be equals to a plus b. Okay, because the coefficient, they have the same coefficient as x squared. Okay, here too we have 7 as the coefficient of x squared. So that means that we have a plus b. But remember that our a is 5. Okay, so that means that 7 equals 5 plus b. So which means that b equals 2. Okay, good. So we have, this implies that the next one, which is 2cx, okay, we can use the c, we are looking for the c. So c times x is 5x. So that means that, all right, sorry, let's wait, there's something missing. Okay, something is missing. So we have bx seems okay. The b, this should be bx, okay, here bx, so bx here. So that means that we'll have 5 equals c plus b, okay, because cx here and bx. Did you see that one? All right, so we have, so But b equals 2. So we have 5 equals c plus 2. So that means that our c will be equals to 3. So this, so we have now since a on x plus 1 plus bx plus c on x squared plus 2 is our expression, is our expression in partial fraction. So that means that a, was a the 5. So 5 on x plus 1 plus 2x plus 3 on x squared plus 2. So this is a partial fraction for the expression given to us above. Thank you very much. See you next time. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification button.